I think it was defensively. There were some things that we've been good at doing, and we weren't tonight. Just to simplify it, they got into the lane. They're going to hit some threes. I thought there was a couple they hit early when we were on them. We got to be more on them. And then there was, a number of them as the game progressed where, they were wide open, and those were, be a good game to watch the film and see. Essentially, there were breakdowns, whether it was a guy getting beat just a blow by, where it's hard to defend against that, or but they're, that's what they do. They get in the lane and kick the ball out and shoot threes. I think they did a good job kind of disrupting some things, Beverly, and I thought Ariza too, where there was a couple times the balls, were deflected and we were a little out of sync, but we did have some open looks. It didn't feel like there was a real good flow to the game for us offensively, except for that one period in the third where, we got some good stuff off our defense and found a little juice. Yeah, it's tough because we were attacking so well, and I think that there were times when we didn't make the extra pass, but the pass, I didn't feel like the decisions were as clear. We weren't. It wasn't like, oh, that he should have passed that. It just was like it's a little late. Maybe we could have shot it, drove it instead, and then tipped it. But I'm not sure if we were impatient as much as I know we didn't execute as well as we wanted to. And maybe a little of that too, where you kind of got it going and you want to keep it going. Well, it's a loss, Anytime, it's hard to describe a loss as a step forward. So whether it's a step back or, we're in the same place, hopefully we can use it to move forward. And take some things from it. We don't have a lot of time to do that because we play again tomorrow, but I think, we know that this is a really good team, and they're a really good team that's making shots tonight, but we can do more to, provide more resistance on that too. Our minutes, we go into the game with a general idea of rotation, and sometimes, when your team's on a run, you can ride a lineup. That happened a little bit with Trey and Gordon at the end of the third. And then, eventually guys got to rest. So there are times, usually to me, those runs are reflective of a group playing good defense, unless you get a really hot player. But today's game is a little disjointed because of foul trouble. They went small. And it's going to be, we're going to have to decide, are you long about going small? We have bigs, and we can try to punish them down low. We got caught, against them tonight, where they hit a couple threes. I didn't feel like it was our big lineup that got us as much as just needing to be more urgent. I don't think there was anything in the game that was magical, from that standpoint. They played better than us and shot it better than us, and we didn't guard very well. It's tough when he's got the ball because, they shoot it so aggressively from three that it's, they beat you with the threes. At the same time, so it's hard to help. You want to, and we got some big guys that can bang with them. So I thought Fave did a good, it's tough when you pick up an early foul because you're tentative, and I said Rudy picked two up, and those are the two guys that have been matched up with him more. And then Ennis came in, and he was having a good night. I don't know how many field goal attempts he had last night, but they clearly went to him at the beginning of the game. And I thought the fouls did play a role with us being a little more tentative. I would say, defensively there was a number of things. You could probably, there's some kind of absolutes that if they don't happen, it gets really hard to win. And one of them is not getting beat middle. Probably the thing that I think suffered the most was our transition defense, which is the thing that we've spent the most time on. I don't know if it was the enthusiasm and excitement of the first game. Some of it's Houston, the way that they run. But there were a lot of possessions where, I've seen our team sprint back and show a larger crowd, and we weren't as good in that tonight. We weren't as sharp. We weren't as urgent. So the good news is I think we can, we've done that. know, we just got to have a better focus. And I think that's going to happen at times with the younger group. You know, we have to keep coming back to what's important and keep training ourselves that way. Well, we can see how he shot the ball the whole year up to this point, and I would be very hesitant to judge Gordon's shooting based on, you know, one night. He's been shooting it great. I think he's been playing with confidence, and you know, if he needs to hear that from me, he'll hear it, because the last thing I want him to do is think about his percentage or anything like that. I think that's counterproductive. I mean, you watch him shoot the ball in practice. He shot it in the preseason. You know, and we just got to keep encouraging that from him, and I think his numbers will be good.